Welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us today because we are looking at something truly fascinating. We're taking a deep dive into the anatomy of a genuine e-commerce phenomenon. How does a simple, unassuming little sticker, a hydrocolloid patch, become an absolute juggernaut in the highly saturated, fiercely competitive skincare market? Well, today we're putting Hero Cosmetics' mighty patch right under the microscope. We're going to map out exactly how this product works, explore the brand philosophy that drives it, and break down the raw data to figure out exactly why consumers are buying this stuff literally by the truckload. Okay, let's dive into this, starting with a completely staggering number, 183,465. That is the number of customer ratings this single product has amassed on Amazon alone, and it's sitting at a highly impressive 4.6 out of 5 stars. In the world of online retail, getting a few hundred reviews, that's a huge milestone. But getting past 100,000, there's no way around it. That indicates a full-blown cultural phenomenon. It means this product has successfully crossed over from a niche skincare find straight into a mainstream staple. Section 1. Anatomy of a bestseller, dominating the digital aisle. To really wrap our heads around this massive sales volume, consider this data point. Over 100,000 units bought in the past month alone. Let me repeat that. Not over its lifetime, but just in a single 30-day window. This brilliantly illustrates the relentless, ongoing demand for these patches. It tells us that this isn't just a one-time novelty purchase for most folks. Oh no, it has become a recurring necessity. People are finishing their packs and they're immediately coming back for more. And to truly put that kind of sales volume into perspective, notice that the Mighty Patch isn't just winning its specific little niche, ranking #1 in facial treatments and masks. It is currently ranking #2 in the entirety of the beauty and personal care category. Think about that for a second. Out of all the shampoos, the toothpastes, moisturizers, makeup products, everything available on the world's largest digital storefront, this little blemish patch is outperforming almost all of them. It is an absolute powerhouse. Let's move on to Section 2. How the patch works, the mechanics of the mighty patch. Incredible sales numbers only tell us that people are buying it, not why. Well, the secret is the core active ingredient, medical-grade hydrocolloid. It's this specialized material that absorbs fluid and impurities, what the brand affectionately likes to call gunk, from a pimple in just about 6 hours. But crucially, it has a dual action, right? While it's drawing out the bad stuff, it's simultaneously creating a physical protective shield over the blemish. And this prevents you from picking and popping, which, as we all know, usually just makes things a whole lot worse. And this brings us right to the user experience, which is elegantly simple. Step 1, prep the pimple, meaning, just start with clean, dry skin. Step 2, stick the patch on. Step 3, take it off after 6 or more hours, making it absolutely perfect for overnight use while you're sleeping. And Step 4, repeat if needed. It requires literally zero learning curve. Plus, as the brand notes, with a bit of a wink, helping support a healing environment means avoiding the temptation to pick, and quote, the patch peel is way more satisfying anyways. All right, part 3, the brand behind it, Hero Cosmetics and the consciously clinical ethos. So Hero Cosmetics was actually born back in 2017 out of sheer personal frustration. The founder had yet another pimple emergency, but her sensitive skin had just reached a breaking point from traditional acne treatments. She realized her issue wasn't unique at all. So many people were tired of the stripping, the purging, and the resurfacing caused by really harsh products. So she set out to create a solution that works with the skin, never against it. And that philosophy is reflected right here in the clean formula. The patch is completely chemical-free, cruelty-free, drug-free, and vegan. It relies entirely on the physical properties of the hydrocolloid rather than introducing aggressive topical medications that might dry out or irritate the surrounding healthy skin. To truly understand their commitment to sensitive skin, consider this number, 2,400. That is the number of potentially irritating ingredients that Hero Cosmetics strictly restricts from their products. They call this approach being consciously clinical. It's essentially a guarantee to the consumer that, while the product is designed to treat an issue effectively, it is absolutely not going to introduce thousands of known irritants to get the job done. Which leads us to our final section, the customer verdict, real results and reality checks. Moving past the brand's marketing, what are real users actually experiencing out there? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the distribution of satisfaction. Out of those hundreds of thousands of reviews, an overwhelming 78% of customers give it a perfect 5-star score. Another 12% give it 4 stars. That means 90% of buyers are highly satisfied, and only 2% gave it a 1-star rating. In the highly subjective world of skincare, where everyone's biology is so different, getting 90% of people to agree that your product works, that is incredibly rare. And when you dig into those 5-star reviews, a really common theme emerges. Take this quote from a user named ShopMom. She says, "By the morning, you can actually see the gunk it pulled out right on the patch. Gross, but strangely satisfying." This perfectly captures the visceral appeal of the product. It doesn't just promise results, it provides immediate, visible, physical proof that it worked overnight. That strangely satisfying reveal is a massive driver of consumer loyalty and word-of-mouth marketing. However, to keep things grounded, let's consider a moderate 3-star review from Kimball. They note, "It's a good product for sure, but not a miracle. It will not replace good hygiene and a good cleanser." And this is a really vital reality check. The patch is a highly effective spot treatment, but it is exactly that, a spot treatment. It absolutely does not replace a foundational skincare routine. You still need to wash your face. And this brilliantly illustrates the aggregated reality of the product. When AI summarizes thousands of customer reviews, a very clear consensus appears. On the pro side, users consistently praise the high stickiness, meaning it actually stays on while you sleep, the painless removal, and the fast overnight results. But looking at the con side, some users find it pricey for everyday use, a few report it leaves faint red circles on sensitive skin after removal, and importantly, it simply doesn't work on all types of acne. Actually, the manufacturer's safety and efficacy info is very clear about what this tool is built for. It expertly treats whiteheads and early-stage cysts that have come to a head. It does not treat deep cystic acne, and it does not work on blackheads. Understanding this limitation is the key to why some people call it pure magic and why others might be disappointed if they try to use it on the wrong type of blemish. So, what does this all mean? Well, it leaves us with a fascinating final thought to ponder. We know the hydrocolloid fluid absorption works, we've seen the science, we've seen the reviews, but given human nature and our endless temptation to touch our blemishes, we really have to ask, is the real magic of this multi-million-dollar phenomenon in the advanced medical-grade hydrocolloid, or is it simply the fact that it puts a physical barrier between us and our own bad habits, finally stopping us from picking our own faces? It's a brilliant blend of material science and consumer psychology. Thank you so much for exploring this deep dive with me on This Explainer. Keep asking questions, and I'll catch you next time.